Hi, this is Richard Byrne. In this video, we're going to take a look at 5 ways that you can find Creative Commons and or public domain images to use in your blog posts, presentations, and video projects. So let's start with the obvious one of Google Images. This is where most kids will go by default. We'll just type in something like they're looking for a picture of a puppy, and they have millions of puppy pictures that pop up here. Now the problem is a lot of our students will just go in and they'll right click and save as, and they aren't aware that they should be looking for things that are labeled for reuse. So to do that, go to the upper right corner and we'll select Advanced Search, and let's select usage rights. We can say free to use or share, or modify. And now we have a set of pictures that our students can use, and they might go here. And one of the things that I recommend students doing is that they go in and they actually visit the page where the image was found just to confirm that they can actually use it. All right, so here's that page where it was found, and let's make sure we can double check and find that picture itself. And there it is. Now let's take a look at it. All right, and we'll go down here and let's make sure, yep, it is Creative Commons licensed, and we can check out what that license means by clicking through to Creative Commons website. Right? So we've now confirmed that yes, we really can use that image. Right. Now the next way we can do this is to go to the Flickr Commons, which you can find at flickr.com/commons. Now one thing to point out about the Flickr Commons is that a lot of times students will search up here, and that's a search that will search all of Flickr. They want to search just the Commons, which is a collection of millions of images that are released into the public domain by institutions around the world. Now most of these are historical images, so it's going to be a tool more for your social studies classroom than it is anything else. But we'll go ahead and look and say we're search for the word Dust Bowl, and now we have images related to the Dust Bowl. Of course, we can find this one here, and we can see no known copyright restrictions, and then we can go in and we can download the image in the size that we want. The next option is a website called Pixabay, Pixabay.com, Pixabay.com, which you can actually search in multiple languages. If you go all the way down to the bottom, you can choose your language down here. If you want to search in Spanish or German, you can. But let's go up here. We're going to look for that puppy picture again. And one thing to keep in mind here is that this first line of images across the top, those are sponsored images from places like Shutterstock. Basically, it's an advertisement for Shutterstock. Those are not free. Everything down below that first line is free. We can go in and we can take a look at that cute puppy picture. And then you can click the free download button, and you can download the size that you want. Now one thing about Pixabay is that if you are not logged in, and accounts are free, you'll be limited to just a small size without having to put in a CAPTCHA code. So if I want to download this in a large size and I wasn't a member, I'll have to enter a CAPTCHA code to prove that I'm a human before I download it. And that's clearly not a puppy right there. Alright, so one other great resource for kids is Photos for Class, which you can find at photosforclass.com. Now this is searching for Creative Commons licensed images, and it has a very handy feature for students. So I did my search there for puppy, and we're going to get thousands of puppy pictures that pop up. And if I go and I download this image, when the student downloads the image and opens it, the attribution information is automatically added to the bottom of the picture for the student. And Photos for Class actually lets you put their search tool into your own blog or website. You can do that by going to the bottom and selecting add to your site, and then getting the code to add it to your site. And I have a video on how to do that, which I'll link to this video as well. And our last resource for free images that students can use is a site called Morguefile.com. Now we'll go in and do our search here. We're going to look for that puppy picture one more time. And we have our list of puppies. Let's say we want to click on this one. There's our puppy picture. The images returned in a Morguefile search do have a variety of licenses. So some are in the public domain, some are Creative Commons, and some are actually copyrighted images. So you're going to need to double check before you download them. And click the Morguefile license, and you can read the limitations regarding that particular image. And you can see here, this one is free to remix commercially. It can accompany other content, but you can't use it as standalone, and you can't claim ownership of it. And that's morguefile.com to find images. So those are 5 ways that your students can find free images to use in their blog posts, presentations, and video projects. For more tips and tricks like this, please check out freetechforteachers.com.